This is an Urban Genius production. Eldridge Ross, what's up, my guy?
Nothing much. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
It's
a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. We met at the Southwest Detroit Business Association. What did you guys have going on there that day?
So that was, from the Congressman's office, what we did, because, obviously what happened in Southwest Detroit with all the flooding and stuff. So the office, we just wanted to make sure we were there to, support the businesses and thank them for all the hard work that they do. And, and they helped out with the floods and stuff. So, yeah, that's why we were there, and just to have a good time and, be with the community.
Nice. So tell me what it is. Tell me what is it that you do?
I work for Congressman Shir Thanedar.
Okay.
And I do press, I do outreach on the side. I do like a lot of fundraising and stuff for him and other House members and state senator candidate that's coming up soon, Bobby Christian. So I do a lot of stuff in politics.
Okay,
so, yeah.
all right, black man. Yeah. So shout out Shir Thanedar. And the other gentleman's name that you said was coming up?
Oh, Bobby Christian. He'll be the next state senator for District 3.
All right. I do not endorse. I'm just saying hello and get some information. All right. I don't. Yeah. Understood. So what is it that you do for Shir Thanedar? Tell me that.
I do press, I do outreach, I do fundraising. Okay. All of the above, really.
Okay.
All in 7 days a week.
Okay. So. Because when I met you, you were, you was like, yeah, man, I'm the first black. I'm the only black. Could you say that to me again?
That's true.
Okay.
I am. In this district and in, in southeastern Michigan and Metro Detroit, I'm the youngest and like one of the only black. We don't have that many black staffers in Michigan in congressional offices.
Interesting.
So I know Talib has black women, and she has like one black man in DC, but I'm the only black staffer in my office. Yeah, I am. And then for me to be 21, so I'm doing a lot. While I'm going to school, I go to Wayne State for accounting and information technology. So,
Do you already have a degree, or are you going?
Nope.
Wow.
I'm going right now.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm junior. Well, I'll be a senior now this year. So I extended my junior year. So I'll be a senior now. So
young man.
I'm ready to be done, but yeah.
It's going good. Hang in there, because it's a blessing to be able to come out of school and already have something lined up. That's with no nepotism involved.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, my baby. Let's get it. Can I get a job? We'll talk about that later. So what's that experience like? I have to assume that you
working in Congress?
Working in Congress, also being the only black male or one of the few black males. And then on top of that, at your age, you've got every strike against you, so to speak.
Right.
So what's that like? What's that experience?
It's good. I enjoy it. Like at first I'm like, dang, like it was gonna be hard, it was gonna be challenging and stuff. But now I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, like it's fun. I would say like when it really like kind of hit me and when I like enjoyed it, I felt like I kind of like had that I made it moment.
Yeah, you did.
The congressman took me to DC. And I went up there for about 2 days and I did some work, and he sent me up there. He was like, hey, I want you to network. I want you to meet all these people. And he took me up to the speaker's office. What's his name? Mike Johnson. Okay. And I remember where they do the presidential inauguration. I got to go in his office, look at this like gallery, and I got to see the Washington Memorial and stuff, and just like see all of DC. So I was like, damn, like you the shit. You someone that made it. It's not something that too many black men get to go in the speaker's office. The United States Speaker of the House. And I was like, damn, I got to do that. And it was cool. But I love my job though. It's like it's community based, and you get to be with the community, and also like I get to network. I get to meet so many people. I connected with my teacher from high school. And she was like, you don't got the average life of a 21-year-old because I'm traveling with the Congressman. I'm doing this, like constantly, like I'm doing stuff 7 days a week, either whether it's fundraising, I'm in the community, I'm doing this, I guess now. It's something every day. And it's something new every day. And like the Congressman, he asked me, he said, do you enjoy it working for me? He asked me this last Friday. I said, absolutely. Because it's always something new. It's never like the same thing every day. That's why I love, this work, because it's just, you get to meet so many different people. You're not talking to the same people. You go to all these different events, whether it's a fundraiser, community event, or whether it's a bad article or something coming out, it's always fun. You always get that drive. And I'm somebody that's always like wanting to learn. And I get that here working in his office. So I would say that's the part that I really, really do appreciate.
First off, that was a great answer. You're making this shit much easier for me. Have you always wanted to be in politics, or was this something that just fell into your lap?
Not at all.
Okay.
At first, in senior year of high school, I was actually going to be a nurse.
Okay.
And I wanted to go be a physician assistant.
One of the few black people in that field as well. Black men, excuse me.
I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be a PA. And then I worked on this. My aunt, she was really involved in politics. She always told me you need to be civically engaged. You need to vote. You need to get other black men your age voting and stuff. I was engaged. Like I would do like voter registration drives and stuff when I was in high school. I got like 100 kids registered in my class that actually registered to vote.
Okay.
But yeah, I was going to be a nurse, and I was I had all of this set up. I was going here, like I had this whole 4-year, 5-year, 6-year track, ready to go. And I worked on the governor's campaign, the Democratic Party's one campaign.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck nursing. I said, I'm not going to do that no more. So I was like, I'm sticking with politics. I said, because, bedside, you can only really help, just those people there. And I was thinking to myself, I said, dang, if you do this, I said, look at all the people that this one woman gets to really influence or impact. And I said, maybe through like public policy, I can help a lot of other people, or like help, maybe with like our nursing shortages, our times, or maybe like instead of me just doing bedside care, I would be able to influence policy by getting into this work. I still have that passion for the nurses. I said, maybe, you take that into government and learn how to, help other nurses, or, help the patients and stuff, or make sure they're getting better care through policy instead of, one patient and just doing bedside care. So I'm happy with the decision. When I get pissed off every once in a while, I'm like, dang, I kind of want to go back. I want to go, do the nursing route. But, I'm happy. Yeah, it is too. Well, yeah, kind of. But yeah, so I didn't got stuck in it now, and I love my job so much. I don't think I would do it,
The beauty of being your age, though, is you still have more than enough time to pivot.
That's what everybody tells me, but I'm always at the point I'm like, I feel late. I always feel like I'm one of those people. I'm a microwave baby, is what people tell me. I want everything now.
Yeah,
I want to be, yeah. So I always want everything now, and I'm like, I feel like, oh, am I moving too slow? Or am I doing this? Or I feel like I should be already graduated, But everybody's like, homeboy, slow down.
Dude,
you good,
dude. I'll be 35 in 2 weeks.
Really?
And this is one of my first episodes.
Oh, you look good.
So it's not too late.
Okay.
It's damn sure not too late for you. You just started drinking. When your birthday?
April 15th.
You just started drinking last week. So, congratulations to you, my guy. We're in such a volatile time in the world, right? With politics, right? So I'm not going to get too deep into politics, but I have to ask, what is the atmosphere like? Because I've seen Shir's been on a promo run on the internet. I've seen a lot of different posts lately from Shir. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You laughing, I'm not.
I know. Yeah. I know what's going on. Yeah, I didn't see him too.
Okay. So
and then Twitter's blowing up. So yeah, we've been watching it. So, and did you see Trump came out? He was like, ooh, this guy, I don't know who he is. It's been a whole thing, but it's been funny. It's been interesting. So I would say though, work in an office where I guess your office introduced impeachment articles against the president.
And he just introduce some?
Yeah, he introduced them. And then Trump, he flew to Michigan and he said all of that and stuff. And I said, damn, you really get to work in office? Because when I was younger, I used to just see all that on TV.
Yeah.
Like with Pelosi and all of them, they would introduce an article. I said, damn, you actually get to be a part of that office. So I was like, it's a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
I said, damn, this is cool.
Do you get to travel? Do you go to DC?
No, I don't go. I went last year.
Okay.
And then I went to a couple fundraisers and stuff with him out of state and stuff. But yeah, so no, I'm in the district though. But yeah, I love it. It's more right now, like later, I plan to go to law school. Mm-hmm. After law school, I do want to go. But right now, just just trying to finish it out and stuff. And then, and then we'll make that decision if we want to stay in politics. But I tell myself I keep pushing away from it, but everybody's like, "Look, boy, it's in your blood. You might as well just stick and stay where you at."
Yeah.
So.
Because it sounds like I'm talking to a future congressman right now myself. You said it's in your blood just now. Was it mom, dad, or just
like so many people tell me? I guess they say I'm good at it.
Okay,
so they.
So you full of shit. Okay, cool. No worries.
If you want to put it like that, but sure, I guess. Damn.
You said I'm gonna be a lawyer, a politician.
But yeah, my aunt, like I was saying, like my auntie, they was the ones that was always like getting me into it and stuff. But like, I don't know, like full of shit, no. But like that passion that cares and stuff, cool. But yes.
Well, stay that way, brother. Things change. Big business get involved and. But I'm not gonna say nothing too crazy because I might need a sponsor in a couple years.
All right.
Yeah, man. So you're at Wayne State right now. You're 21. No shorties.
No
shorties. No. All right. Hey.
My dad always says stay away from them. So okay. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Cool. So the brother's single, but he's on a mission. So hopefully it motivates you because I'm motivated. So I value that and I appreciate you, brother. Why you don't have a social media, bro?
I'm just like I told you. I'm one of those people. I don't know. It's with this work. And constantly, like, I read a lot. I read the news and everything all the time, but social media is toxic. Mm-hmm. It's very toxic. And like you just said, when you're somebody that's on a mission, I don't want to get like caught up in, I don't like to scroll. I have a Facebook private that I don't tell people that I have. Okay. It's for my family just to see, hey, my cousin, like I just saw my cousin Asia, she just had a baby, you know, and I just like
congratulations, cousin Asia.
Yeah, and like I like little stuff or whatever, but I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I got an old soul. So I'm just like one of those people, I stay off social media. I don't have TikTok. Everybody, like I go in the office, it's like everybody's scrolling TikTok. I said, I don't have TikTok. Everybody's like, what? But I don't know. I don't use it.
Does that affect your work though? I mean, because you have one for the office.
Like I have Shree's in like his social and stuff, and like I look at his stuff. Okay. But like other than that, no, I don't have my personal. Like I'm not like following, like people on IG and stuff. Like my friends when we were in high school. So I did have Instagram before. So in high school, my friends, I was like, how did y'all find that out? When did this happen? Mm-hmm. They was like, you don't have Snapchat, you don't have social media. So my friend Caleb and Frederick, they actually made me a social media account and stuff. So I made one. But then like once I got to college, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I done have fun with y'all. Everybody has my cell phone. You can kind of reach me. I always pick up. So I'm like, I don't need to really kind of be on social media too much. And I was just so focused on school and law school, and you be stressed out with everything else. So I'm like,
Last thing I need is somebody telling me how to live that ain't doing shit.
Right. So it's just like, I'm good. I'll probably hop back on there later. Maybe after this, I'll probably get on. I might post it on there to promote you. I might do that.
Let's do it. I also need you to log into Thanedar social media and say, I think Remi D is the shit. However you do it, anyway, when you get a chance, do that for me.
Okay, we'll do.
Eldridge Ross, thank you so much, my guy. Thank you so much. We're gonna pretend we got a room full of people. Yeah, woo! I'll edit that. I'll put that in post. Okay. Thank you so much for coming through.
Appreciate it.
I'm proud of you, man. Anything you want to promote, please come by. I want to support you. If you got any events, let me know. I hope to see you at the next Southwest Detroit Business Association meeting because they got one coming up in a couple weeks. Okay. So, yeah, man.
I'll make sure I bring Shri too so you can meet him.
Let's get it.
I'll bring Shri too.
Let's get it.
You can meet him.
Shri, you coming on the podcast, buddy? Okay. Thanks, my boy.
Appreciate you.
Take care.
Thank you.